So I also want to talk a little bit about something that I absolutely have no understanding of. I have put in a little time. I've gone down a couple rabbit holes only to come out of it with more questions than I had when I went back in, when I went in initially. And that is this whole blockchain, cryptocurrency thing. But you found a way to incorporate your investment strategy in self-storage with this blockchain thing. I mean, what is that? And how does that look? I mean, for the dummies like me, I'm sure there are a lot of people that understand. I literally have no clue what that is. I've heard blockchain. I've heard crypto, the good, the bad, and the ugly. But how does that work when you have a volatile currency, or I don't even know if I'm saying that the right way, investing in the self-storage space? Because I see people buying real estate that way as well, but I just don't get it. Can you shed some light on that and how that works?
Well, first of all, I'm really relieved that you're asking me about blockchain and not about dating, because I thought you were going to go on
I'll stay away from that one, I promise.
All right. So just to clarify, we are talking about blockchain. So
that's right.
I think in life, you think people are 100 steps ahead of you. In reality, you're only 5 steps or 2 steps. So it wasn't too long ago that I was asking the same questions. What is blockchain? Like, what does this really mean? And to put it in perspective, my wife works with a family, and their grandson, who dropped out of MIT, became the leading blockchain authority. Wow. And companies were flying him across the world to talk about blockchain. And here's this kid that dropped out of MIT, right? Wow. So, I don't feel too bad that, because I'm a little bit older than him. You are as well. We don't get this stuff. But no. So what blockchain really is a contract. So if you think about it in the most simplistic form of it, it's a contract that is secured across thousands of servers across the world. And the only way to access it is to have the key, where the key brings all the contract back in together. So the blockchain is a contract that has a high level of encryption security. So that is the underlying principle of the blockchain, is the fact that it's this contract that has impregnable security, because it's not only in one place, it's throughout the entire world on different computer servers. So the logarithms and the technology behind of it is how to make all these things work. So the byproduct of the blockchain is the crypto, is the currency. So the way in which a blockchain can be used, it could be saying, hey, I'm going to put my shopping list in this blockchain, and if I need to access the blockchain, I enter a code, and then my grocery list comes together. But the more, to expand it a little bit more complex, if you're saying, hey, I'm going to have a real estate transaction, I'm buying a house, I'm buying a self-storage facility, I'm buying whatever it is. It's just like a title company. You're going to have the seller coming into the contract, you're going to have the buyer coming into the contract, you're going to have equity coming in, you're going to have debt coming into it, and the attorney's reviews. And when all those things are complete and filled, then the blockchain is enacted and the transaction is processed. That is the technology of the blockchain. And then once that is finalized, then that contract is locked and secured forever, and then having the security, the encryption security across the world. That's the concept. So I think all of title transactions are going to go via blockchain because there's no better security for it. You don't have to worry about some microfiche getting destroyed or some, the local municipality not having it. You can display what you want in terms of the transaction, but the rest of the details are always secure in that technology.
One of my biggest fears for that, and again, it's me coming from a place of no knowledge, less than a novice, but one of my biggest concerns being that person is like, okay, I'm going to sell this property to this person for, X number of coins that at that day are equivalent to whatever I'm asking for.
Take the coins out of it. Take the coins out of it.
Okay.
It could be you're selling a property for $100,000. So when the $100,000 gets deposited, the deed goes out.
Okay.
So it's whatever you write into the contract is what happens. So when these conditions in the contract occur, then the transaction happens.
Got you. So when you receive it, it's realized. You're not actually holding it in a cryptocurrency. It's realized. That 100,000 is realized.
Exactly. So
Okay.
just think the blockchain is just that. The byproduct of the blockchain is, in order to get it going, is a coin. Okay, so when you hear mining for coin,
Yeah.
is that they're mining for dollars to create a coin. In exchange, you get a token, a coin, to have this blockchain technology in existence. So each of the blockchains have a specific purpose of what they're trying to accomplish. So behind the Bitcoin, behind the doggy coin, behind all these other coins is a specific function or specific thing that they're trying to sell. Most people don't realize it. It's like the stock market. You could be buying, GE stock, but you never buy a GE appliance.
Right. Okay. All right. That makes sense.
Okay, does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I don't really care what the company's doing. Is the stock's going up? I'm happy.
Yeah.
But you don't know the fundamentals of the company, right? And that's a little bit what happened recently with the whole transaction. I mean, the guy was taking the coins and not underlying with the business behind it. So what we're doing is we're saying that the coin is going to be part of the business of the blockchain. So the blockchain is going to be for the investment transactions. So people that have coin can convert it either to a specific coin or cash and invest in this self-storage, either microly or as the equity or debt, and then they can become part owner of the self-storage facility.
So there's
Okay.
really no difference in terms of how they're owning it. It's just how they're investing in it.
Correct. But the byproduct of creating this blockchain technology is the store coin. So as the assets grow in value, the coins will grow in value. So people that have crypto that want to have a tangible hard asset can invest in this store coin and convert some of their crypto into real estate.
So the stronger the real estate, the stronger the
coin.
foundation of the coin.
Right.
Amazing.
So then if people want to then pay to come rent, they can either pay in coin or they can pay in cash.
And the more they pay with coin, yet again, it strengthens that particular coin.
Yes. But also, we're having a network of self-storage facilities. Like, remember when Visa first came out, they would have the Visa sticker.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We will have the store coin sticker. So if people want to move from one facility in one part of the country and they move to another part of the country and this other facility is part of our association or our group, they'd be able to transfer their coins to that other location.
I find that very interesting. It makes sense. Yeah.
Now does it make more sense in terms of understanding the concept?
Yeah, that does make more sense. So as far as investing, I mean, you're really opening this up to a whole group of global investors that wouldn't otherwise maybe look at this as an investment, or maybe they're looking for it and can't find it.
Exactly.
Wow. That's one of those moments where you just go, for me anyway.
In the one sense, it's crowdfunding its purest form because it's based upon a token or a coin, however many coins you want to invest in.
That's really solid. So if anybody is, I know a few people that are just dead set on this. I know some folks that they run their podcast, they're doing this, that, and the other, and however they're making the magic happen, they're making the magic happen, right? And I think this is something that I'm sure being done. You're doing it. It's the first time I've heard of it, but then I'm not looking for it either. But I think that is a really strong way to not just make tomorrow money in the real estate, but to have a solid base in those. I see it. I mean, they're both going up in value based on this asset that we know is going to go up in value.
To me, what the excitement is, I think this is going to be the direction of how all real estate transactions are going to go. So we're trying to be at the forefront of that because I think it will dramatically change title companies. And everybody uses a title company. Every real estate transaction, well, I shouldn't say every, most 99% of the transactions go through a title company. Mm-hmm. You're changing a deed, you're recording a deed, a mortgage, all these documents are going into it, right? Mm-hmm. And so the fundamental behind it is that all will be done through blockchain versus a local title company.
Yeah, that is, wow. And that can grow your business exponentially. I mean, you see these folks and forget the people that are, going to jail right now for whatever they did, because that wasn't crypto. That was something different. That was how they were trading it, from what I understand.
Right. So that would be the equivalent of that would be if you're, shorting the market on purpose or something like that.
Right.
Improper trading.
Yeah, exactly. People still have their coins. People still have their cryptocurrency in whatever form it is. And with this, I mean, maybe I'm oversimplifying it here, but you can create, which I'm assuming that you're doing, your own coin that you're doing whatever with, and folks are buying into that, and you're strengthening that coin through this real estate, which ultimately just invites other investors from all over the world to come right onto your platform.
Yeah, the coin that we're creating is called Store, STOR. So instead of Bitcoin or Doggy Coin or whatever it may be, a Cardonian or whatever, it will be Store.
And that's yours. You own it. You control it for the most part, and just build on it from there.
When people buy it, they will have their share. They will own their coin, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
But the reason why we're doing it is for the blockchain technology.
And you're doing it specifically for that.
Right.
I'm giving you everything you need to find success as a real estate investor. So make sure that you subscribe to this channel and like this video. See you later.